Hey y'all, welcome to another video. It's Blake and today I'm sharing my silk press routine that I have finally perfected. After all these years, I can finally consistently get a successful silk press. Like every time I do one, it turns out good, and I found out all the methods and ways to achieve that. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I like to do is detangle, and while I'm detangling, I'll deep condition as well. So usually I'm starting out with my hair that looks like this, an old twist out. It's knotted and tangled and very dry. So I am spraying my hair with water, sectioning it off, and applying some of deep conditioner. This one is by Jael, and I like to detangle my hair. This time it was particularly tangled, so I went in with a wide tooth comb first, and then my pattern brush that I use to detangle my hair all the time, and I just put my hair into twist. Detangling my hair usually takes about an hour. That's just how it is. Apply the deep conditioner on my edges, spray it down a little bit more with some water, and tie it up with a plastic bag for about 30 minutes. And that's my shed hair. Alright, so the next thing is shampoo and condition. Now I'm going to be using some of my favorite products for my silk presses, which is the Design Essentials Agave and Lavender collection. It's for silk pressing natural hair. So I shampoo my hair 3 to 4 times when I'm silk pressing my hair. Really anytime now. I just find that's how many times it takes for my hair to actually get clean, and I'll just condition once. So I make sure everything is rinsed out, and then we're going to move on to the leave-ins. So I use the leave-in from the Design Essentials line, and then the Color Wow Dream Coat product, and that helps with humidity. I like to use a good amount. You can apply too much. I like to go a little bit on the heavier side than the lighter side. I'll say that. This is probably the most important thing about the silk press routine. I know a lot of people say like the silk press is in the blow dry, and I always took that as like you need to get your hair as straight as possible with the blow dry, but really it's you need to get your hair dry. So I don't know if you have ever heard a thing where if you blow dry your hair and wait until the next day to actually flat iron it, it'll turn out better and actually be silky. Now I never understood why when I wait the next day does it turn out better, because it does, but why? Because like when professionals silk press hair, they do their clients all in 2 hours or an hour. So why can the professionals do it? Like, what is it? And it's the fact that the hair is dry. So I know when I'm blow drying my own hair, because the hair is like stretched out, you may think it's dry. It's definitely not. Like, until your hair is stretched out does not mean it's dry. It just means it's stretched out, but really you still need to keep going. So to kind of not have to brush through my hair, I like to sit under the hooded dryer, and I did this before and after this time, but the next time I silk pressed my hair, I just did it after. Whichever method you prefer, you can either like let your hair air dry in those twists and then blow dry your hair, or do start blow drying and then sit under the dryer afterwards. But it's really just that the scalp is not dry and the strands are not fully dry, and then your hair is just getting steamy and not silky straight when you flat iron it. So I have completed blow drying my hair. I use the low setting. It's like warm air but high speed with the Revlon brush, and for good measure I'm sitting under the dryer again because this is my first time really trying out this technique, and I just wanted to make sure that it was dry. Okay, so the next step is flat ironing, and I'm using the serum from the Design Essentials line, and my flat iron, which I think is like 1 inch, and it's titanium plates, and I use 410 heat. Now I've been doing them more consistently, and my hair is definitely more trained to be straight now, so I don't think I have to go as high, but 410 is definitely my max temp. I work my way through my hair using the tension method or the chase method with a comb. By this point, flat ironing your hair, everything should just be turning out right, like everything that leads up to actually putting the flat iron to your hair is going to determine whether it's a good silk press or not. By the time you flat iron it, if the flat iron isn't turning out good, it's not because of the flat iron part, basically. And so it's everything you did before. And my top tips are definitely making sure your hair is very, very clean, scalp is clean, and making sure your hair is dry when you blow dry it. So like I was saying before, so you could either just let your hair air dry or sit under the dryer. Like normally I would let my hair sit in those twists for a minute, but on this day I had somewhere to be, and so I had to finish within a couple of hours. So this was really a test of like doing a silk press within a couple of hours, and I sat under the dryer. The next time I silk pressed my hair after this, I blow dried my hair until my scalp felt dry. And a good way to know if your scalp is actually dry is when the air hits it, like you don't feel that cool sensation anymore. If it feels cool, it's probably still damp. I also have committed to like using heat. I'm not afraid of heat. I use heat in my hair routine on a consistent basis. So my hair is being trained for the heat now, just because I use it so consistently. I like to use heat as a natural person. It just works so well for me. And in the last year and a half or so, I've seen really great results from my hair. It's healthy, it's been growing, I've been retaining my length with using the heat in the way that I like. So I like to blow dry my hair, I like to straighten it, and when I straighten my hair, I keep it as long as possible, which is at least 4 weeks. And recently I almost made it to 6, but I have somewhere to go. So like 4 to 6 weeks I can get out of my silk presses. Yeah, I think I kind of went over everything, and now that I'm finished flat ironing, I am going to go ahead and trim my ends. I usually always at least dust my ends. There's always some kind of single strand knot that could be snipped off, and so I just like to go through and make sure everything is looking good. Since I have become natural, which is I think 6 years this year, I have only done my own hair. So I've only ever trimmed my own hair, and I have like a basic knowledge. And so for the way that I like my hair to look, which is all one length, I don't have layers, I don't have bangs or anything like that, it's easy to just kind of like snip the ends. And the real goal is just to get everything that doesn't need to be there off. Like if it's not 100% even, if a little bit of one piece has to be a little bit shorter than the other, I go ahead and do that, because I don't want snaggy hair, crunchy hair, hard to brush through, hard to detangle hair. So I just go ahead and snip them off. Right now it's just kind of all one length, so I don't pull my hair all the way at the top of my head. I don't want dramatic layers, so the most I'll do is like maybe 90 degrees, but I try to keep it to like a 45 degree. And so I usually do like 45, and then I bring it down and do just like a blunt cut to kind of keep everything all in one U shape, kind of, I think, or V shape. I'm just using some basic shears that I got from Sally and snipping off the ends. When you look at them, it's very obvious like if something needs to go. Yeah, and hopefully the more you work with your hair, the more you will know it. So for me, the crown of my hair does not grow as fast as the rest of my hair, so that the crown is always a little bit shorter than the back. The back grows faster, so it's always uneven, and I'm always trying to like make the top catch up to the bottom, but it's just how the speed that my hair grows. And then if you can see right here, I have a little bit of short piece under right above my ear. That is from the little stripe that I had from color. I colored my whole head a couple years ago and then left a little strip, and that strip was like I left for the longest time, and that was really the only part of my hair that got damaged from the color, just because I kept it so long and was like no longer taking care of my hair like I had colored hair. So I recently cut off maybe at least like an inch of it, because it was like fried and dead, and like the ends were white and see-through, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I just cut it off. So I no longer have any color in my hair. That is my trimming routine. It's very simple. I just like to dust the ends, and I do try to get my edges, you know, when I want to look real nice with the hot comb. I have a good understanding like my edges are gonna sweat out the fastest, so I don't aim for perfection with this, but I do like to do it. At least for like the first week, it can be like super silky. And the last thing is how I sleep. So when my hair is bone straight like this, I do wrap it in that traditional swirl around your head. I learned how to wrap my hair as a little kid when I had a relaxer, so I've always been able to wrap my hair, but I know it is not the easiest thing for everybody, and there are other ways that you can wrap your hair and keep it straight, so definitely look those up. I only wrap my hair when it's straight, and I usually only keep my hair straight for 1, maybe 2 weeks, but after I curl it, I'll pin curl it, put it in the rollers, or just put a bonnet all over it, and it's very low maintenance. So yeah, I don't like to keep my hair straight that long. I kind of get bored with it, and also wrapping in this way does hurt. So like it'll always kind of hurt right there along the scalp where your hair is like being twisted the way that it doesn't want to go. So yeah, if you can avoid wrapping it, do so. There's some downsides to wrapping it like this. But oh, I do want to mention I use the little, I don't know if these are called alligator clips or I don't know, but those metal clips, those are the best for wrapping in my opinion. And then I have a long rectangular scarf, and this is by Kiss. They sell them at like Walmart, Target, and it's my favorite scarf for wrapping because I don't need that like Velcro, and I'll put it over my head and just kind of twirl it in the direction that I wrap my hair, take the pins out and twirl it and tighten it, and it'll keep my hair very straight, and I won't have any dents or anything like that. Whew, I feel like I'm talking so fast. But I think that's all the tips that I wanted to share. My number one is like if you find that you just don't get like the silkiest results, it is probably because your hair is not dry. So if you have to, just wait until the next day to silk press. But if you got to get it done, you just need to like either sit it on the dryer or keep blow drying. Okay, that's the only options. Oh yeah, the products that I mentioned are also my like favorite products. The Design Essentials, the Color Wow, they're the only products that I use to straighten my hair at the moment. They work and have always worked, and I really like them. And it's affordable and it works, and anybody can get them, so I highly recommend those. So yeah, here is my finished results. I can usually get at least 4 weeks out of my silk press, and that makes the silk press almost like a protective it's definitely a long-term style for me, and it's one of my favorite protective in quotations hairstyle. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.